Have you ever wondered what makes The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People such a life-changing book? It's not about quick fixes or life hacks. It's really about a powerful framework for living. Today, we're going to unpack that exact structure, piece by piece. You ready? Let's get into it.
So here it is, the book by Stephen R. Covey that became a global phenomenon. But don't let its popularity fool you. This isn't some trendy self-help guide. It's a principle-based manual for building a life of real purpose and lasting effectiveness.
You know, this quote from Aristotle is pretty much the key to Covey's entire philosophy. Effectiveness isn't a one-time thing or a lucky break. It's the result of what we do day in and day out. It's our consistent habits that truly shape who we are and where we're headed.
And here's our roadmap, which basically mirrors the genius structure of the book itself. We're going to start with the core idea, then build our private victory, move on to the public victory, and finally, figure out how to keep it all going. It's a step-by-step journey of growth. So let's jump in. Okay, part 1 lays the foundation for everything else. Covey's idea of inside out is radically simple, but so profound. Real change starts with us, with our character, not by trying to change our external circumstances or how other people see us.
This slide shows a really critical distinction. Covey says that society kind of shifted from a character ethic, which is all about who you really are, to a personality ethic, which is more focused on the image you project. You know, the personality tricks might look good on the surface, but without a solid foundation of integrity, it's all just a house of cards.
So the bottom line is this. We can't build effective, trusting relationships with other people if we can't even keep the promises we make to ourselves. Self-mastery is the bedrock for everything else. It just has to come first. Which leads us straight into the private victory. This section is all about the first 3 habits, which are designed to take us from dependence, where we rely on others, to independence, where we can truly rely on ourselves. These are the 3 pillars of self-mastery. Be proactive means you are in the driver's seat of your life, not your circumstances. Begin with the end in mind is all about creating your personal compass, your definition of success. And put first things first is the discipline to actually follow that compass every single day.
Once we've established that independence, we're ready for the public victory. Now, this isn't about going back to being dependent. It's a higher choice called interdependence, where independent people choose to work together to achieve something far greater than they could on their own. These habits completely transform our interactions. Think win-win isn't about compromise. It's about finding a third, better alternative for everyone. Seek first to understand is simple but powerful. Diagnose before you prescribe. And synergize? Well, that's the magic that happens when 1 + 1 = 3 or 10 or even 100.
All right, finally, we get to part 4. And this isn't just the last step in the process. It's the engine that keeps the other 6 habits running. It's the principle of continuous and balanced improvement. Covey uses this great metaphor of a woodcutter who's too busy sawing to stop and sharpen his saw. Habit 7, sharpen the saw, is all about taking the time to invest in ourselves, our greatest asset, to make sure we're operating at our best. Without it, we eventually just burn out. And this renewal needs to be balanced across 4 key areas: the physical, the spiritual, the mental, and the social/emotional. Think of them like the 4 tires on your car. If one is flat, the whole ride is affected, right? Neglecting any one of these dimensions is going to negatively impact all the others. When we actually practice Habit 7, we don't just stay where we are. We enter what Covey calls the upward spiral. Each cycle of renewing ourselves and applying the habits moves us to a higher plane of understanding and effectiveness. The growth never has to stop. This quote from T.S. Eliot just captures the whole journey perfectly. By mastering these core principles, we don't change the world around us, but we change how we see it. We gain this incredible new clarity, and it allows us to see our lives and our relationships as if for the very first time.
So, as we wrap up this whole framework, the final question is for you. Based on where you are in your life right now, where do you need to put your energy? Is it on building that foundation, your private victory? Or is it on improving your collaboration with others, your public victory? Just thinking about that is the first step on your own upward spiral.